Welcome to Dark Tales with Amirs, where shadows come alive and the veil between reality and nightmares blurs. Tonight, I bring you a tale that will send chills down your spine. The Faceless Woman, a story of guilt, loss, and terrifying consequences of buried secrets. Let's listen to the complete story. David rarely remembered his dreams, but this one stuck with him, haunting him even when he was away. In the dream, he stood in an endless white space, a vast nothingness that seemed to felt lost, like he was floating in a place where time didn't exist. His breathing was shallow and uneven, each breath barely making a sound. As he turned, he noticed a figure in the distance. It was a woman in a torn, floating dress that moved as if caught in a breeze. Though the air was still, her black hair hung down her back, tangled and heavy, like it had been wet. But what froze David in place was her face, or the lack of it, where her features should have been. There was only smooth, pale skin stretched tight and nearly blank. It reflected a faint, soft light making her look ghostly. The woman tilted her head slowly, as if she were studying him, even though she had no eyes. David felt like she could see right through him, uncovering all his fears and secrets. He tried to speak, to ask who she was or why she was there, but no sound came out. The void around him seemed to hum, a low vibration that rattled his bones. Then the dream shattered, and he woke up in his bed, gasping for air, his body drenched in sweat. The image of her faceless had stayed with him, as clear as if she were still there. The dream replayed in David's mind over and over, taking root in his thoughts. It wasn't just a one-time thing, it kept coming back, each time more vivid and terrifying. At first, the faceless woman was distant, a shadow far off in the endless void. But every time the dream returned, she moved closer. Her faceless head became clearer, her presence more intense. David tried to brush it off as stress or his imagination, but soon strange things started happening while he was away. It began small, a flicker of movement in the corner of eye, a faint reflection in the bathroom mirror. Then things escalated. His cat Whiskers, who was usually calm and friendly, began hissing at empty corners of the room, her fur standing on end. The house grew cold, and strange drafts moved through rooms, even though every window and door was shut tight. Lights flickered and dimmed for no reason, and shadows stretched oddly across the walls, moving just a little too slowly. David couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. It was always there, a creeping sensation at the back of his neck that made him shiver. Even simple things like brushing his teeth or scrolling through his phone felt like they were being observed by something unseen. David's fear drove him to search for answers. He spent hours reading about the dreams, sleep disorders, and how stress could affect the mind, but no scientific explanation seemed to fit. Research led him to online forums and blogs about the supernatural, where he found stories like his own. Over and over, people mentioned a figure called the Faceless Woman. Desperate, David decided to visit Emma, a local historian who was known for her knowledge of old legends and strange stories. Her house was packed with old books, maps, and papers stacked high on shelves and tables. When David told her about the Faceless Woman, her face grew serious. He pulled out a thick old book with a worn leather cover and opened it to a section called The Nameless One. The story described a spirit that hunted people who carried guilt on hid dark secrets. According to the book, once she marked someone, their life would unravel. If she touched them, they would disappear, leaving no trace of their existence. Emma's voice was quiet but firm. It's not just a dream, David. The Faceless Woman is real and she's feeding off your guilt. If you don't stop her, she will erase you completely. Emma's words stuck in David's mind, and he couldn't stop thinking about his past. What had he done to feel so guilty? What secrets could have drawn the Faceless Woman to him? Determined to find out, he went through old photo albums, journals, and childhood keepsakes. He hoped to find some clue that would explain everything. Then he found it, a photo of himself as a child standing next to a girl with bright eyes and a big toothy grin. Her name was Lily, and she had been his best friend. They did everything together, from exploring the woods to playing silly games. But as David stared at the photo, he felt a strange emptiness. His memories of Lily were fuzzy, like a story half remembered. Then to his horror, Lily's face in the photo began to blur. Her features faded until her face was blank, just like the faceless woman's. Sharp and shot through David's head and he clutched his temples as flashes of the past come back to him. Lily, running through the woods, her laughter ringing out, and then nothing. She had vanished, and David had buried the memory deep in his mind, too afraid to face it. With Emma's help, David started piecing together what had happened to Lily. One summer afternoon, they had been playing near the woods when she disappeared. The whole town searched for her, combing through the trees and nearby rivers, but no one ever found her. The loss had been too much for young David to handle, so he locked the memory away, hiding from the guilt and pain. Now the faceless woman had come to force him to face what he had buried. She's a reflection of your guilt, Emma explained. You will have to face her and make peace with your past, or she will destroy you. Emma gave him everything he needed, objects that reminded him of Lily, instructions for a ritual, and words of protection. Stay strong, he said. He feeds on fear. You have to confront her without giving in. David prepared carefully, setting up the ritual. In his living room, he placed Lily's photo, her necklace, and the flashlight they had used on their adventures in a circle of salt, surrounding them with lit candles. The room was dim, the flickering candlelight casting long shadows on the wall. As the clock struck midnight, the air grew cold, and the flames wavered, some of them going out. Darkness pulled in the corner of the room, and from it, the faceless woman appeared. He moved slowly, her head tilted slightly, as if in judgment. David's heart raced, but he clung to Lily's necklace, focusing on the memories of their friendship. I am sorry, he said, his voice shaking. I should have been there for you. I will never forget you, Lily. The faceless woman stopped. Her featureless face seemed to shimmer as if reacting to his words. She raised a ghostly hand, her long finger reaching for him. When she touched his chest, a flood of memories rushed back. Lily chasing a stray dog, laughing as she ran deeper into the wood. He remembered calling out to her, his voice breaking as the sunset and the forest grew dark. He remembered the search parties and the crushing silence when they gave up. Tears streamed down his face as he finally faced the truth. The faceless woman's body began to fade, her edges dissolving into soft strands of light. David collapsed to his knees, exhausted and overwhelmed. The heavy feeling that had haunted him for weeks lifted, leaving him feeling lighter, freer. In the days that followed, the nightmares stopped and the strange occurrence in his house ceased. Determined to honor Lily's memory, David visited the old well in the woods where she had last been seen. He placed flowers by the well and whispered a quiet apology. Though the pain of losing her would never completely go away, he felt a sense of peace he hadn't known in years. The faceless woman was gone, and with her, the weight of his guilt. Months passed and David's life slowly returned to normal. One morning, while getting ready for work, he caught something strange in the mirror. For a brief moment, he saw Lily's reflection, not as a faceless woman, but as the lively, smiling girl he remembered. She seemed to smile at him before disappearing. Though the sight startled him, it also brought comfort. Lily was at peace, and so was he. The shadows of the past no longer controlled him, and he felt ready to move forward. Thank you for listening to this chilling tale. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts below. And most importantly, hit that subscribe button for more hunting stories like this. Until next time, stay curious but stay safe.